week's Bible reading, I'm sure many of us had found that this reading had some spiritual gems and of great value and of encouragement. Some points that I found very interesting here and of value for us. Let's take a look at, if we can, first at Revelation chapter 20, verse 15. You know, it's true. We all have a desire to want to live forever. That's why we're here. But notice in verse 15, it says, "Furthermore, whoever was not found written in the book of life was hurled into the lake of fire." See, we want our names to be written in Jehovah's book of life. But we also want our names to stay in that book, so as not to be hurled into the lake and an everlasting cutting off from Jehovah. Yet having our name down in Jehovah's book of life doesn't mean it's permanently written there or that we've earned everlasting life no matter what we do. And we know this because Jehovah told Moses at Exodus chapter 32, verse 32, that whoever sinned against him would be wiped out of this book. See, this means that sinful actions on our part, even after our names are written in Jehovah's book, could result in our names being wiped or even blotted out. So for us to have our name permanently kept in Jehovah's book, see, this would mean our obedience to Jehovah in everything we do is of the utmost importance. For our brothers with the heavenly hope, it means proving themselves faithful and obedient until death. For the rest of us with the earthly hope, only by proving loyal and obedient to Jehovah through a final test at the end of Christ's millennial reign will our names be written permanently in Jehovah's book of life. It's true, friends, by our obedience to the end, Jehovah can then acknowledge that we have proved ourselves righteous in a complete sense and are worthy of the right to everlasting life here on earth. You know, another point that I appreciated found in Revelation chapter 22, we start there in verse 1. This is John's vision. It's an observation by John. Notice there in verse 1. "And he showed me a river of water of life, clear as crystal, flowing out from the throne of God and of the Lamb." Friends, could you imagine a crystal clear river of water of life? You know, it's not like the pollution and the waste and garbage of some rivers that we may know about. But see, this is an actual river that Jehovah is offering mankind, this crystal clear river, a life-giving river. See, Jehovah has been offering rightly disposed ones to take this life's water free. It's true, just as literal water is essential and vital to our living, see, this water is essential for our spiritual life. See, this river that flows out from the throne of God and of the Lamb shows the source of water is from Jehovah, and that he makes it available through the Lamb of Christ Jesus' sacrifice. It's true, too, this symbolic water is Jehovah's means for restoring perfect human life to dying mankind. Really, the clarity of the water shows the purity and holiness of Jehovah's provisions, unlike this blood-stained, death-dealing waters of Christendom. And what is this vision? It is the message of the Bible, and we take this water by hearing and responding to the good news about Jehovah's kingdom. So friends, let's not only gratefully accept the invitation to come and take life's water free, but also eagerly extend it to others that we meet in our ministry. Well, these are some points that I appreciated in this week's Bible reading. I'd like to ask, we have some participants down below that we'd like to hear from. We wanted to know, how did you appreciate this week's Bible reading in Revelation? Brother Shield, your thought, please.
I appreciate Revelation 22, verse 6. And it says that he said to me, these words are faithful and true. It's interesting that word faithful on the bottom, it says are trustworthy. And how comforting it is to know that as we learn Jehovah's words, it's trustworthy, it's faithful, it's true to us, and it'll help us to cope with any anxieties that we have.
Thank you for that expression. Sister Brown, your thought, please.
Revelation 21, verse 4 promises us that death, the major cause of tears, mourning, outcry, and pain, will soon be gone.